Ladies and gentlemen, you've tuned in to Jason versus Nick here on Dinger City.
I'm excited.
Me too, man. I like Jason. I like Nick. They're two of my pals. They're playing Mario Baseball.
And I like Peaches Gardens.
Beach Gardens might be my favorite stadium.
Yep.
It's Jason's, I believe. He's the home team. Nick's Berto, Jason's DK. And we're, these are two of our better players. Not really. One of our better players, one of our mediocre players, but it's two of our better records in the Classic. And you know what they say about the Classic? You don't need skill. Even a Nick could get there. That's like the tagline of every Classic.
You know, I think Nick has done something that, we almost always say, draft a better team. But he at least with his team this time, he has a good pitcher. And Nick is a good pitcher. And he has a character like Berto, who, at any point,
Berto's a real game
runs
changer,
with any field.
Check this out.
Great hit.
Double, right there.
Yeah.
Single, right there.
Yeah, I like Nick's top of the order. He's good with Goomba. He has Hammer.
Check this out. Berto. Hammer Bro. Wronged. Yeah, I think, I agree this is one of the worst teams in the Classic, like bottom half. I don't know if it deserves Mr. Joe's bottom spot.
I agree. I think that, I think
Berto, Boo, and Bro alone are like, you don't have the worst team I've ever seen. Nolan's team sucks.
Yeah, I think I will say this.
And look at Nick, already up a run.
Yeah, I don't know.
What a guy.
I'm pretty sure he had Jason's team, like, I think it was middle of the pack, around middle of the pack, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jason is just piloting this team, making it look very good.
Yeah.
I think Nick's team is better. I would take Nick's team over Jason's. But Jason is just really good with these selective characters. He's good with the Monty.
We have two mediocre teams. One great player, one mediocre player.
You figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out. I'll give you a hint. Jason's the good player. Let's see what happens. One slap here doubles your runs.
Yeah. These two pitchers, these two boys do not like to throw inside pitches.
Ain't gonna be it.
So it's probably gonna be very difficult to see Nick make a Falcon pop because he does not ever throw inside, and neither does Jason. So.
All right. So Nick did great top of the first. Putting up a run's great. We just gotta see some good defense, and that's a great start. Yep. Berto doing what Berto does.
Berto is going to do damage at the left side of this infield versus Jason's lefty push hitters.
True, a lot. He's got a lot of them. DK, Madges. Check it.
There we go.
Didn't even need to suck.
Did he
got
just
the hops on that one?
And now this is a great spot for Nick. He's getting Madge with no one on base, and if you can have Monty lead off your next inning, you're pretty good.
Are we already entering Monty, Baby Luigi? Is that the middle of his lineup?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, here's the double Monty.
Yep. And with Madge being super overhead.
Oh my God.
Yep. He's huge. He's a huge boy, and you might be thinking,
that
Nick,
belly
you
hangs
idiot.
Over.
But now we do got to get through Monty because I believe
he
we
threw
have
another inside pitch, which is baller.
I believe we have a star hitter next. So
it's definitely a para.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. Not important.
And that's the first inning. Top of the second, we have a 1-0 game, and now we're moving to Nick's shitter part of the lineup.
Yeah, the guys.
Yeah.
That one's up.
And
there's a solid chance that Baby Luigi messes this up, but it's going to be a catch.
Yeah. One out. Blue Shy Guy up to bat. We have Toadette up next, and we might
get there. He's there, baby. He's
yep.
there, and Monty's leaving. He's mad.
Yeah, no, they gave him Madge to start, and then they gave him DK.
Stealing with... Yeah, this is dangerous. There's two Montys here. Yeah. I don't know if I would ever steal.
Yeah, no, because Monty can just run you down.
All you got to do is get caught slipping once, and Monty's killing you in the ground.
Last thing you'd want to see is a double play here. So hopefully, Toadette
unless you're Jason.
Unless you're Jason, which is
or one of Jason's many fans who won't buy his T-shirt. I think you guys should buy Jason's T-shirt.
I think you should too.
Here's gonna happen. I run the market, literally. I want all of you guys who claim to like Jason, buy a Jason shirt, dingercity.com or a hoodie. Leave in the comments, I bought one. And then I'm going to correspond number of sales with who claims to have gotten them. And you are all getting a special little shout out in a future video.
There we go.
But you got to comment and buy. And the numbers have to match. If the numbers are off by one, I don't know who's lying. Nobody gets the shout outs.
No one gets a shout out.
Don't fuck it up for everybody.
Don't mess it up.
Buy a Jason shirt.
Buy a J.K. Jester shirt.
Hell yeah.
One out. Man on first base here.
Classic baby Luigi getting out. I mean, it's so nice. Will we see it twice?
We'll see. We're in a spot where maybe Jason thinks about using a grounder, but there is an out. He doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it.
And
That's
this is
pain in the outside. Gonna get parrot at third.
Yep. The one
We know he's not gonna bunt this run in, which is probably the right thing to do. Oh, Dixie ain't that bad actually. Maybe you can just hit a good hit with Dixie.
Yeah, I like Dixie's.
I'd be bunting it in here.
I like Dixie's.
I know it's no fun, but like I just
Yeah.
it's a lot on the line here. The winner of this game, I mean, we're in round 10. The winner of this game might clutch out like second.
Yeah. The thing is when you have 2 strikes, at least for me, if it's like a 1-2 count,
Waste a star into the out at first. That's pretty rough.
you don't want to double play. That's the last thing you want is to double play. And I think when you have 2 strikes,
Honestly, that's where I find myself bunting the most.
Yes,
it's
me
not
too.
so much when I'm like, man, there's a guy on third and I can get an easy run. It's when I'm like, oh, geez, bases are loaded, and if I hit this wrong, I just lose. Like,
yeah, because the thing is, if there's a runner on third base and a runner on first base, you have the ability to just, what just happened, you push it into the runner, and then it's an out at the base. So it's and with 2 strikes, you're more or less swinging at anything close, and if you're not lining it up right, you could also double play in the base paths as well.
do you think he's thinking banana here? He never really goes
Absolutely.
for it, but
This is
this would be
absolutely
a good
banana.
time for it.
It was absolutely bananas. He's not going to use it. If this is this
No,
is,
I
this
think
is the
that was
stadium.
just silly, personally. I think a banana there, like if it was a good banana, could have scored Waluigi from first. It does that.
Jason said something. I couldn't hear what he said.
I believe he said it wouldn't have scored Walu, which I think I just
Okay.
disagree with. I know Yoshi and Toadette obviously score from there. I know Walu ain't the fastest, but this is a deep field. Very deep. Who's his left fielder? A shy guy? Toadette? That arm ain't good. You could have gotten Waluigi in with a banana.
We didn't. We we still scored the run. Whether or not,
You scored a run. That's
scored
never
a
a bad thing. You've taken the lead. Crit Nick now down 1 going into the third. He's got his main man Goomba up. Getting on here would set you up for a beautiful 5-star dinger with your captain. That if you miss it, you're hitting an egg.
And just something to note, Dixie is pitching left-handed. She's normally a right-handed pitcher. He also switched her handedness as well. So she's a righty pitcher, lefty hitter. But in this game, she's a lefty pitcher, righty hitter. Jason moved him. Whether or not he likes the lefty pitcher better, I don't know. That's something I might ask him. Jason, why lefty pitcher?
Hold. He said
Sorry.
hold on. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe don't ask the players questions in the middle of like the captain's at bat, game-changing at possible. There's an egg. It's going deep left, getting Berto on the second. I think if you hadn't asked Jason a question there, he could have gotten the out.
He could have.
Jason agrees. I think you guys stop distracting the players. Don't I think it's just a good idea.
Okay.
Choke Nick!
0-2 count. And we have a double play.
And Nick fucking choking. I love it. Interrupt the players. Who gives a shit?
All his bad hitters are righty, kind of like Boo, lefty pitcher.
That's a good
we're
reason. He
hitting Monty.
walks him again.
Yep.
What's wrong with this guy? I know his belly hangs over, but like he sucks. Just don't throw him an inside pitch.
You know what it is? It's a strike, and that's the sad part. It's crazy. It's an actual strike. I thought like people were
It's
always...
not a strike if it's a walk.
It is in real baseball, but it's not in this.
Oh, I was like, I don't think we're playing real baseball. That turtle's got wings.
I just didn't know this game you were actually able to throw a physical a ball that would be strike that would hit the batter. I always thought it was just like on
Jason
the
cracking
Yep.
down hard. Base is almost
You had the
loaded.
out at third base.
Gonna get a Monty here. Yeah, it's okay. You traded one Monty for the other one getting home safe.
And that was great.
You're picking your favorite child with that one.
That was great base running by Jason. I don't know if he knew that Goomba was on third base. I didn't know during the throw. I was like, okay, he's going to revert back. He's fine.
I think it was the right move no matter how you stack it. Well, it was a double play, even with the immediate
A
turnaround.
lot of double plays so far. A lot of double plays.
Well, the Classic's got a lot of chem opportunities. It's got a lot of quick throwers
Yeah.
in the infield. You see a lot of, and obviously, of course, just good infielders. So there's a lot of double play potentiality, even triple plays. I don't think I've ever seen a quadruple play, but who knows? Maybe someone will figure that out.
Maybe.
You get him out so hard that the next inning starts with an out already. You know?
I'm gonna tell you.
secret?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret. No, it's not a secret.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
tell you a secret. Actually, I'll tell you a secret after.
Oh, yeah, we're back.
So I'm gonna. You don't. So real baseball is obviously not Mario baseball. It's, and
I'm familiar with the difference.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I want you to tell me if you think this is a made up rule, or if it's a real fact.
Oh, it's a game.
It's a game. Yeah. It's
Oh,
a game.
hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you something. You tell me if it's made up or if it's real.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something beforehand.
Okay.
I know how your brain works.
Okay.
Take a second, think of a few fake ones, make it a few rounds, because clearly you were gonna just start with one weird baseball fact. So take a second, make up some fake ones, shuffle them around.
Sure.
You can still start with the real one.
Sure.
But just make sure it's going for more than one round.
Okay.
I want to make sure everyone at home is having maximum fun. Play along.
Okay.
I'm ready. What do I get if I win?
You get
a mean double play,
that was
baby.
huge.
Holy moly.
That was
That was
huge.
rough. That was
huge.
pretty crazy.
Okay. So in extra innings,
Okay.
you start with a runner on second base. Real or fact? Real
or fact?
Real or fake? Real or fake?
I believe that I know it was either being discussed or it used to be a rule. I don't know if it still is. Are you asking me if it's currently a rule or if it ever was?
If it ever was.
Real rule.
Yes, it was. Okay. Last one. If there's 2 strikes
Okay.
and I throw a pitch
Uh-huh.
and the catcher drops the ball
Uh-huh.
and I run to first base,
Okay.
I'm safe. It's not an out.
Real rule.
It is a real rule. The pitcher still gets credited as a strikeout, but it's not considered an out, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's called the drop third strike rule. Very, very, very weird. Very, very weird rule. It's fun, though.
That was all of them?
That was it, yeah.
What did I win?
I'll give you something.
You better. You said you didn't even answer the question when I asked it.
I know.
I want something.
The viewers will find out in a future video.
In a future video, I want it now. You're not going to remember this. You're old.
They'll hold me accountable.
What did you have for lunch yesterday?
Gouda mac and cheese, healthy Gouda mac and cheese, if it can be healthy, and pulled steak.
What's your grandson's name?
Don't have one.
Can't even remember his grandson's name. Dude's old as dinosaurs.
Fair point. And now I'm going to tell you something. You see,
Now I got a secret, right?
Secret, get a secret.
Oh, what a good commentating booth for me.
Yeah.
Games, secrets, prizes in future videos.
That's
no one's going to remember.
ooh.
You're going to be like, Tyler, I've got you a gift. And everyone's going to be like, weird. Wonder why he's doing that. And I'm going to know, oh, it's because I won that game.
Oh, goodness gracious. So I'll tell you a secret. Obviously, you know I love like reality TV. Like, I love stuff like that.
Big Brother, the
One
show.
of my guilty pleasures was I loved. There was a show that was on. I think it was called. I think it was like Oxygen. I think it was the channel's name. And it was like a reality show. It was a Canadian show. It was called One Girl, 5 Gays. And they would ask questions. It was like a show that came in, I think it was like late 2008, 5-ish. And I loved the show. It was a great show. It was the first show that I ever like kind of opened my eyes up to like, people who at least when I was growing up in high school, it really wasn't really common. And I loved watching that show. It was
Back in
really,
the 40s.
Yeah, back in the 40s. Really informative show. And one of the girls that hosted the show was on Degrassi. So, and it was
Degrassi or Degrassi Next Gen?
Degrassi.
Okay.
Paige Michael Chuck was on Degrassi. Love Degrassi too, by the way.
That's no shock. Yeah. Oh, what a catch! Berto getting locked out of that egg, and you got to imagine you wanted it.
Yeah. Great hit.
Getting a star back, though.
Yep,
Bro
getting a
on
star back.
first.
Yep.
Boo would need to cook up one of the nastiest hits I've ever seen to score Bro right now.
Yeah. You would love to be able to get Boo on here, have an opportunity to pop, because obviously he's probably not going to pop with one on first base.
True.
That's the thing. That's the thing with the Classic. You really need to get the lineup on when you have your star hitters up because they will literally just still be
good
shit
strike.
characters.
Good
Yeah.
strike. Boo down. Shy Guy up. Was that the end of the secret? Was it you just liked the show?
Yeah. It's just yeah.
Disappointment after disappointment.
I'm sorry. I'd never talked about it before, so I
thought it was gonna be juicy. I guess it was a secret.
It was a secret.
Suppose.
Yeah, it was a secret. I swear to God, I never told anyone.
I
Actually,
thought you were gonna lean in close and be like, "I've killed a man."
Oh no.
And then just leave it be.
No.
No questions.
No.
What inning are we in? Bottom of the sixth.
Bottom of the sixth.
Dennis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a Collins uncomfy question.
Absolutely.
I'm taking the bit just for. I'm renting it out for one game. dropping it in the bottom of the sixth. You know the rules.
Yeah, I know the rules.
You can opt in,
Opt in.
and then you get to ask me a question by the end of the game,
Sure.
or you could receive a comfy question, but you get no follow-up questions.
I'll opt in.
All right. What do you think is the most head trauma you've ever received in one go?
What do you mean by that? Like
a physical hit to the head. Whether it be falling down a flight of stairs, getting hit by a Mack truck and living to tell the tale, bending over to pick up a flower. Oops, you're on a golf course, so you take a 9-iron to the lobe.
Okay. So I remember one piece of this. The other part I don't remember because so there's two.
So it sounds like it was a lot of head trauma.
So the first piece of head trauma that I can say I actually remember was I was in 11th grade, and we had a substitute gym teacher, and it was like the first week of spring, so we were let outside, and we were on the tennis courts, and for some reason we just decided to not play tennis.
He's going around him.
I think we might have had it.
I think if you could have predicted the slow throw, you would have been there. But who could call that for sure? You know, Ooh. This is the weirdest pickle I've ever seen.
Yeah, I want to see this one out.
There's a lot of stopping in this pickle. He got him!
Really, really good. Great base running. Great base running.
All right, Jason. So we got a substitute. We got a substitute gym teacher, 11th grade,
and we decided to play. And in our gym class, there was like competitive and non-competitive. So they decided to mix the non-competitive kids with the competitive kids because there was only one substitute teacher.
Cool.
So, we were on the tennis court.
So you gotta play a game that accommodates that, right?
Yeah. So we were all just trying to play tennis, but a bunch of shitter kids just took it upon themselves to just let's play dodgeball with the tennis balls. And this went on for like 15 minutes with even the substitute teacher getting involved throwing dodgeballs.
Sure.
So I have a cannon of an arm, pitched in high school. And
you mentioned the last time we did commentary together, you made children cry in snowball fights.
I was like 6, so I was so
you've only gotten better.
Yeah, but I recognized that I could hurt someone by accident, and I didn't realize that as a kid.
Gotcha.
So we're playing dodgeball, and for me, I just love catching balls. So this one kid
insert joke here.
Yeah. This one kid throws a ball at me. I catch it. I turn to my left. My best friend at the time, still friends, turn left. I see a tennis ball coming right at my eye. And I just don't remember how it hit me, but I'm on the ground. My pupil was not dilating.
You got a concussion from a tennis ball?
Yeah, and I had to go to the doctor. They gave me medication so my pupil would start to dilate.
Yeah.
And for a good week, I was on this eyeball medication, and I had a very bad concussion.
I didn't think tennis balls were deadly enough to do concussions.
I went to the school nurse, and she saw my eye, and she took me into the dark, and she was like, "Oh my God, your eye's it literally wasn't was opening up."
You are concussed.
But my mother tells me when I was 8 months old, I fell off the bed and hit my head and took me to the hospital.
Ah, that's the one. There it is. That's what I was fishing for, baby. That's why he's broken. All right, I've insulted you enough, but by insulting you via the Colin Comfy question, I have opened myself up to receive one as well that I can't opt out of, I believe.
Okay.
Colin's not here to ask, so hit me with your worst. Don't ask what my social is. It's too easy to guess.
Oh gosh. Okay. What was your first impression when you first met me? Honestly.
You're gonna hate this answer.
Okay.
I don't remember the first 3 times I met you. And I think you kind of always got a hinting at this because you always mention your friend, I think John.
Yes.
And you're like, remember at my birthday? I have no recollection of that. And I'm not good with the first time I meet people. There were a lot of people there. By a lot, I mean there were 4 new people, so it was a lot of new faces. Mm-hmm. And I just don't remember it. I remember you were at the Andrew meetup, right?
Yes, I was.
That one was also a little overshadowed by it was right after COVID, and Andrew's mom was giving us COVID. She didn't give us COVID tests. She was taking our temperatures.
Yes.
And there was also 3 new people there that I didn't know. So I didn't really get the Dennis character in my brain till probably Den Sesh 4 or 5.
So what was your impression Den Sesh 4, Den Sesh 5?
Like for real, for real?
For real, yeah, it's fine.
All right. I didn't think you were old until you told me. So
Cool.
that helps in your favor.
Great
Almost
hit.
always
Great
ragging
hit.
on you.
Cool.
You know, you seemed good. You were a gracious host. The fact that you were having this dumb baseball club in your house,
Yeah.
really didn't make sense to me because
We had the out of
I
third.
was like, you know, ooh,
Double
we got
play.
him, double play.
Honestly, that was definitely worth it. If that's a body check, we have
That's
to run
actually really bad because you have one inning left now, and Berto and Bro are gone.
Yeah.
So you're probably not gonna. I mean, like I trust Nick to do some damage, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, you baffled me a little bit just because, I still to this day do think you're a little too trusting, because I was like, we're just like a college YouTube channel that had like under 400 subs.
under 100.
And you're just like, come on into my house where I sleep. This is my family. You now know our address, and the door is always open, literally.
Yeah.
Like, it was a little like, man, this guy's a bit much. Not in a personality sense.
Yeah.
Just in like an inviting sense. Like, man, this guy, like, he's... I really thought Nick knew you. Nick, like, I was driving him home one of the times, and he was like, yeah, man, like, I've met Dennis one more time than you have.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, I was just in a stranger's house.
Yeah.
He could have been a murderer.
I believe I picked up Nick, and I believe I dropped off Nick and his girlfriend the first day I ever met them. Yep.
Hey, man, you know what? A lot of people are going to always commend you for how trusting and nice you are. But one guy is going to stab you one day.
One day.
And
One
I just
day.
hope you learn, because I get terrified, man. You always tell me, and I love our community members, but every time we're having any sort of event, you're like, yeah, man, I offered like anyone in the Discord to sleep in my house.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we don't know them.
Yeah, no, we don't.
We know them a little better now.
And we're charge swinging, yeah. I always say, someone's,
No negative impressions, though. That makes me feel
cool.
like
Yeah, no, it makes me feel great. I'll say this.
They all started recently.
Great hit. We have the rotary.
Oh, baby! Nick's got the bases loaded.
Yeah, this is great.
And no, God,
We do have a 1-star hitter next.
I think this might be a little wild, but do you consider bunting so you don't double play? I guess you try that first. Because the shy guy's got a better chance of doing something that matters, and you get the run across.
I don't know. We have Kem.
This would be nuts.
That was it.
He threw a strike. Wow.
If this is a good hit ball to right
Oh,
center
he's giving up on the charging. Oh, geez. I don't think this is going to happen. He threw a strike. Donkey Kong's going to bobble it. He didn't.
Imagine.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what your first impressions were for Dennis in the first video
yeah.
you saw him in. Let us know if you had any head trauma early in life, and if you had bad head trauma recently, and you can't make any good decisions. Quickly become a member. Quickly
Yes.
buy some merch. Do all these things before you decide not to. Buy a Jason shirt, damn it. Digger
Digger
City
City
out.